Welcome to Fun is Fundamental. Fun is Fundamental is a podcast for those who realize that the enjoyment of life is about having something deep in our souls which lights our fire. It's for those who maybe have lost that fire and feel like they are missing out on the pleasures of life. In each episode, I will share recent fun activities and focus on why having fun is essential for good health. I'm your host, Alenia, and I invite you to take this journey with me and join the pleasure-seeking movement. Hello, welcome to another episode of Fun is Fundamental. And today I'm talking about going on a hot tub boat in Lake Union. I'm just gonna say it was really, really fun. It was Sunday evening, and so it was actually kind of the best Sunday evening fun activity because it's relaxing, but it's also fun and novel. And I was trying to think of when I had started the podcast, I had read the book Play, and he talked about different parts of play, and I was like, okay, well, it wasn't really spontaneous for one thing, because you have to book these kind of things well in advance, right? I booked it probably 6 weeks ago or something like that. I don't know. But in the moment, you are doing things that are spontaneous. We're like, oh, how about we go check this out? Oh, let's go over there. Oh, hi. You're talking to other people on boats, or sort of talking, yelling at them, and they're yelling back at you. And so in the moment, things can be spontaneous, but obviously some things require planning, when you do them, right? But then what play is also, it seems purposefulness. It there is no purpose other than being on a hot tub boat, right? I mean, hot tubs obviously can be therapeutic. They can feel really good. We had two friends who had just gone on a 40-mile bike ride, something like that, with high elevation gain, because there's this short period of time when bikers can ride on Highway 20 without there being cars on it because they're still plowing it. And I think this last weekend was the last weekend to do that. Anyway, they had just done that and they got back, and so they were really sore and sunburned, although probably the sunburn didn't feel good, but probably their sore muscles felt good, being in the hot tub. So, there is purpose, but does a hot tub ever need to be on a lake? No. There's no purpose to that. But is it novel? Is it entertaining? Do people look at you like, how's the hot tub? Other boats are kind of tickled by seeing these people in a hot tub on the lake. So, it is fun, and even though it's purposeless, it's oh, this is great. I love that this exists. Also, they talk about the voluntary nature. Yeah. No one was being forced to be there. We all wanted to be there. Everything about this is voluntary, obviously. I plan a lot of activities, especially now, which I'm really grateful for this podcast for me to be able to go and plan these things that I probably wouldn't have planned before. Even if I had wanted to do them, I probably wouldn't have planned them. But now I'm oh, I want to do this. And I ask other people, and my friends are so eager to come and do these things too. So I'm glad that I'm able to share these experiences with, these people that I care about a lot, and I want them to have fun. And so it was all voluntary, obviously. I'm not going to force anyone to come and do things that they really don't want to do. But I say that, but not everyone really loves karaoke, but I keep on having karaoke for my birthday, and I'm going to have it again. And, it's when it's your birthday, you get to do what you want, right? But they're not obligated to go. I'm not gonna feel like, oh, you hate me because you didn't want to go do karaoke when you don't like karaoke. I'd be like, I get it. It's not for everyone. Everyone should be allowed to like enjoy the things that they enjoy, right? As long as it's not hurting anyone, right? So, inherent attraction is another one of the properties of play, according to Dr. Stuart Brown. And I mean, it's a hot tub and it's a boat. Those are two things that people really like. I would say that's very attractive. So, freedom from time. Well, we had a limited amount of time. You get it for 2 hours. So, we had to like occasionally be like, okay, what time is it? And pay attention to that. But the time flies. 2 hours definitely flew by. Diminished self-consciousness. I mean, I would say mostly yes. I had to wear a swimsuit. I don't really like my body very much, but was I thinking about my body all the time? No, because I was enjoying my time there. So, it's okay. It wasn't like I was thinking about it all the time because then I wouldn't have had fun. So, it's good to be able to like just take these things out of your head that you normally would be thinking of. Like, normally I get like the Sunday scaries. I don't know if everyone calls them that. And maybe I've called them something else in the past also. But anyway, it's basically, it's Sunday night and you're just thinking about work and you're like, oh, great. I have to go back to work, and you're just thinking about that. I was not thinking about that so much, or in that moment really at all, which is great. So it took me out of that usual pattern of Sunday, 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 wah, 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 that I normally get. So that's good. Improvisational potential. I think I had trouble saying that in the first episode too. Yeah, you get to like, we talked about that we would be like, hey, let's go check this out. Let's go over here. Let's go in circles for no apparent reason. Let's go get into the waves that this big boat is making. Yes, those are all choices that you could make while you're on a hot tub boat. Hot tub boats, obviously it felt relatively safe, but if you're like wanting a break from the hot tub part and you are sitting on the ledge, it's when it's rocking, it doesn't feel super safe. So, if you are really afraid of the water, you may want to pass on doing this. And the final property is continuation of desire. Yeah, I mean, would I want to keep doing it? After a while, like the temperature and the pruniness of your body, like you feel like dehydrated. I made sure to drink like one cold drink because it can be dehydrating, and I'm already always dehydrated because I never drink enough water. But so in that moment, I was like, okay, I'm okay with it being done, even though it was enjoyable. But would I go and do it again? Yeah, for sure. So like in that way, I would say the continuation desire was right on. So yeah. So I don't know what else to say, really. It was fun, but also relaxing. It felt good on your body. I mean, if you've been in a hot tub, you like hot tubs. I don't have to explain how it feels to be in the hot tub. We went and explored this little footbridge near the Mohai. Obviously you have Gasworks Park there. You have all those houseboats. There's a lot to see and be tickled by. It was May Day, so I think there were protests because we were like hearing these noises and we were like, what's going on over there? Probably had something to do with May Day. Workers' rights. The other boat that was out on the lake apparently it was a birthday party. And so like we got close to them and we were like, happy birthday to her. And she may have been embarrassed, but she laughed. I don't know. We don't know this person. Hopefully she just thought it was entertaining to be wished a happy birthday by other people in a hot tub boat, other strangers, you know. Oh, there's like these like fake alligators. We checked those out. The boat doesn't go very fast, which, maybe is a good thing, especially because you have, generally people that are inexperienced guiding the boat. You're probably less likely to have accidents if you can't go very fast. It's got like this joystick kind of way of steering. So, yeah, I mean, I definitely had fun on the hot tub boat and a nice balance of something relaxing to like help you get through maybe a stressful week or I've been dealing with burnout for sure and I still have 8 more weeks of teaching and I don't know if I said this on the podcast, but I am retiring from teaching. I have had like a really hard time to get through the pandemic, and I've been doing it for 10 years, and at this point I'm just like it's so exhausting to constantly be giving of yourself to others. And so I just kind of can't keep on doing the emotional labor and you can't think about yourself ever, and it's actually like caused me some physical health problems. And so I'm not going to be teaching anymore after I have 8 more weeks. Mid-July is when we are done, and so having like a Sunday night where like I said, like don't have the Sunday scaries because I was so relaxed and having fun also, but also, it was like a different way because like obviously fun can be very stimulating and exhilarating, but this was like just kind of like laid back and we're laughing and we're talking and you're just like you're in a hot tub, like obviously. It's a novel way to be in a hot tub, but you have the benefits of the hot tub nonetheless. So yeah, I would recommend it, and it was definitely fun. So that's it for today, and I hope you have a good week and that you do something fun and something that relaxes you like a hot tub does. And I'll see you next time. Bye.